I guess it is pretty hard to say that you can't trust a book by its cover, or in this case, its trailer, because the trailer like garbage. The movie, well, I just saw a Minecraft movie, and I got some thoughts on this movie.
Starting transmission.
So I was gonna give you a quick summary. This review will have spoilers in it. So I just finally got the chance to watch a Minecraft movie, and I gotta say, it's not what I expected. I mean, I did expect something out of this movie, but it wasn't. This wasn't necessarily what I was expecting to see. So, for a quick summary, the movie is about a guy named Steve, who played by Jack Black, who ends up wanting to become a miner and go on adventures. He basically goes into a tunnel, finds the crystals, goes to the overworld. So, what ends up happening is that here in the overworld, basically, Steve is exploring, and he finds a way to get to another world. And it's here in the netherworld where he gets captured. The movie is also your typical story of, getting from one place to the other. It is the Lord of the Rings, the Minecraft movies. Oh, that is a comparison I thought I would never say. Because basically you're following Steve, Garrett, and Henry. Henry's the young kid, played by Sebastian Hansen, who are traveling across the overworld to um, get the Earth crystal, I think it was called, and bring it back to get the orb, connect those two together, and basically open the portal back to Earth, and they go back to Earth. All to learn that creativity is important, and you're special if you're creative. That is the message of the movie. That's what that is the whole plot of the movie, and it's their misadventures and their journeys as they're dealing with that. Or they're fighting the pig people, they're fighting the Enderman, they're fighting all these different like little Easter eggs for Minecraft fans. And I have to be honest, I'm not a big Minecraft fan myself. I have my kids played it, my siblings played it, my nephews played it, so I'm very well aware of some of the lore that is for Minecraft. So what are my initial thoughts on the movie? So going into the movie, I actually thought it was going to be a pretty interesting movie. I actually was looking forward to seeing this and seeing how crazy bad it was. I was actually surprised at actually how good the movie was. It's your typical kids movie. They are playing to the children audience, and you can tell by the movie the way the characters are created, the different styles of the characters and stuff like that. They're really much played to a younger audience. I was expecting it to be very like not as heavy into the lore of Minecraft, but it actually does a pretty good job of actually kind of building this lore out for a game that's about building things. And so they actually did a great job of just trying to build all these different cities and rules and legends and stuff like that. And I feel like they actually did a really good job of that. The plot is very convoluted. I think this movie would have been better as just a story about Steve. As for the humor in the movie, it is very childish humor, but I hate to admit it, I actually laughed a couple of times. Yep, it actually made me guffaw out loud. I swear to God, it did. Now, for the cast. Jason Momoa did an amazing job. Jason Momoa is playing Garrett, the garbage man, who is, I said, basically a caricature of Billy Mitchell, who is the reigning king of King Kong for many, many years.
Name written into history, you have to pay the price.
And like Jason Momoa's character is just a washed out, famous has-been, and he's trying to find that second life, basically. And he does find this in this movie, too, when he basically becomes a hero that he always wanted to be, which is really cool. I actually like that part for Jason Momoa. Then you have Jack Black, who plays Steve. I personally thought he may have been miscast as character. I know a lot of people online probably thought the same thing too. They're like, why is Jack Black playing Steve? You know what? Okay, so Jack Black has worked with the director Jared Hess before. He worked on it with him on Nacho Libre. So they have a good working relationship. They know how to work together. And Jack Black did a pretty good job in this movie. I liked his character. He didn't have much to go on. He's pretty much a one-note character, which is fine for this type of movie. He just pretty much sticks to that. So you also have the characters of Henry and Natalie. So this is Natalie is played by Emma Myers, and she did a great job in this movie playing like the overprotective sister whose main goal is to find herself and discover who she is and basically be able to stand up to anybody else. And she really finds this in this movie. You kind of watch her growth. It's not a major growth, to be honest. and she did a pretty good job performance overall. She did okay. Sebastian Hansen, he plays Henry. Henry is our boy genius, who is basically like super genius level. He can build rocket ships, he can build jetpacks, and when he comes to the Minecraft world, he pretty much figures out everything about the Minecraft world really quick. He can build the towers, he can build weapons and everything. He is your average like Minecraft player who who just knows how to play the game and who's like excellent builder, and do stuff, and his arc in the story is kind of okay. He goes from being a very much lower tier character to actually growing in the story, where he actually realizes that his creativity and his love of science and math and everything is okay, and that he becomes a hero in that sense because of it. And then Daniel Brooke, she plays Dawn. You recognize her from Peacemaker. Her character is a real estate agent who also has a bunch of side hustles, and it's because of her love of Minecraft animals, I guess. It's weird, trust me. She opens her own like petting zoo, which is so strange. We really don't see any growth for her character. Her character was, to be honest, her character I don't really think belonged in this movie. I think if you cut that character all the way out, the movie could still work on its own. That's how I feel. There are some surprise cameos. You got a cameo from Jennifer Coolidge, who plays a principal who falls in love with one of the villagers. That's pretty funny. It's a really silly joke in there too that kind of made me chuckle. So, special effects wise, you know what? I actually like the special effects in this movie. They did a really great job. They made the world seem very livable. I know a lot of people didn't like the aspect of it being a realistic like skin over these like square characters, but it actually works because at first it's very jarring when you see it in the movie and get to the overworld. But as the movie progresses, it actually becomes very normal and you actually accept for what it is. And I'll admit, Marvel movies don't have CGI as good as this movie did. There has been some crap CGI in Marvel movies, and this movie, they actually took their time with the practical effects and with the CGI effects. Yeah, they did a great job with this movie, and I am very pleased at what they did. As for my final thoughts on the movie, like I said, the movie did have some sense of humor in it. I did laugh a few times. There's one scene where a chicken bites Jason Momoa's leg, and I don't know why that made me laugh so much. I admit it. It is a weird thing to laugh at, and it cracked me up. There's some actual other jokes in the movie that like Jack Black does in the movie that are hilarious too. There are nods to other Jared Hess films because there is a joke that ties into Nacho Libre about cracking walnuts, and there is also the whole callback to Tater Tots from Jared Hess's other movie, or one of his original movies actually, Napoleon Dynamite. So you get a little callback to the movies in this movie, and I actually like that a lot. Yeah, Jared Hess did a great job directing this movie. He hasn't done many big movies since like Nacho Libre. He's had some other minor movies like Masterminds, but nothing really that big. I guess unless you call Thelma the Unicorn a big movie on Netflix, but I wouldn't. But overall, this movie is aimed at children. It is a fun movie to take your kids to. So if your kids are big into Minecraft and they like these over-the-top movies, the color palette this movie has is great for a young audience. It wasn't a movie that I think a lot of adults are going to like. It's a lot of just one-off like jokes here and there that will make kids laugh, but adults make pretty much cringe most of the time. So yeah, the movie is okay. I actually did enjoy the movie. It is not on the list of my top favorite movies of this year. But you know what, though, if you have a chance to take your kids to go see it, I would say recommend you go do that. If you want to go see what craziness this movie is all about, go see it for that. Because I think now that this movie has pretty much made over $300 million now in 2 weeks, yeah, this movie's getting a sequel. And I can pretty much guarantee, which I'm hoping, is that they'll learn from this and try to make a better movie the second time around. Because they have a lot of building blocks in there, haha, no pun intended, that now they can build upon and actually build a better story and build a better like franchise out of this one. So that's my opinion on the movie. All right, and now as for my ranking of the movie, we're gonna look at the Figgy Pop film chart. So here we go. It's listed from not fun to fun. We know we got not good to good, And you can see on the chart, here are all the films that I previously have watched, and here all I'm ranking on here. So for this movie, I'm actually putting it more in the middle. It wasn't good in the sense of like a great movie, but it was kind of fun, you know? Had some good cheesy moments into it. So it's kind of up there. And like the fun being, rewatchability, it's not rewatchable. I may never ever see this movie again. Because once you see it, you've seen it. So it's not that high in the fun chart either. So it's kind of about here in the middle, like kind of the lower end, kind of a little bit above Wolfman. Oof. And that's saying a lot. Anyways, so here's my chart right here. As with movie ranking, I would scale 1 to 10, 10 being this is an excellent movie, and 1 being as a horrible movie. I'm giving this movie a 4. You know what? It has some good moments. It was pretty funny. It had some like kind of actually messages in it about being creative and being your own person. But overall, the movie just is kind of lackluster and kind of just a bunch of jokes, joke after joke, and meme-worthy moments, but nothing actually of substance in this movie. And I'm hoping that as they do a sequel, they'll actually learn upon this and actually build a better movie. So with that, I'm going to ask you guys, have you seen Minecraft? What did you think? Was this your favorite movie of the year? Was this your least favorite movie of the year? And if you haven't seen it, are you going to go see it? And remember to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And until next time, guys, this is JD with the Figgy Pop Collector channel.
That concludes a Figgy Pop transmission.